What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today, I am joined by one of the biggest up and coming wrestlers around, the winner of the last Stand Rumble, man himself, Big Luther. Let's get straight into it.
Can't go on, I can't go on like this. Just dwelling on it.
Like this, like
Used to
September,
be,
this, all this
I can
stuff.
fix these halls and patch these walls, but there's no
Let's get straight into the episode, guys.
Let's hit this right here. Yesterday, you won the Reality of Wrestling Last Stand Rumble.
Yes,
Do you-
sir.
Is this like that moment where Big Luther's, he's here. He is here. Is that moment for you?
Oh yeah, it'd be pretty hard to find another moment. It'd be pretty hard to find another circumstance in a situation to where you're like, damn it, Luther is here. So yes, that is that moment. That's that definitive moment.
Walk me through that very like second that you want it and it's like that reality hits in like, dang, this just happened.
Man, it's like during that second, I was just so in the zone. I was just so in the zone. I was going and I was just moving, like just feeding off the energy of the crowd because that's what we do, and just hearing the crowd go nuts after I won. And I was able to eliminate Zillify 2, the winner from last year. Let's shout this out. Zillify 2, the Iron Man of last year's Rumble 2025 winner, started from number one and outlasted 29 other competitors. So, and he was on track to win it again. However, the irresistible force met the immovable object, and shit, we saw who won last night. But shout out to Zillify 2, the main one. Great, great shit tonight. Great, great stuff. A guy that, he carries a flag right now for reality of wrestling. So shout out to him. It was just excitement. It was just the culmination of everything I worked so hard for, everything I've been chasing since I left home to pursue this. Always knowing I wanted to be at Row, finally being able to be at Row, and finally being able to be one of the ones who were able to win the last Stand Rumble.
Like, is there a mentality shift that changed after yesterday, or is that a mentality that you've been having that people just saw it in that moment?
A little bit of both, because I always had the mentality of like when I get my chance. Oh yeah, when you pass me the ball, like I'm scoring,
Mm.
like I'm putting it through the net. But also, I have this new mentality of now that I did what I did last night, set the record for the most eliminations in a single outing at 11. Now that I did that, I feel like the work is just beginning. Now the work is just now starting. Now this is where the rubber really meets the road. Now I'm going to be able to show the world and Road Nation what I can get. I'm not going to give anybody any reason to say, oh yeah, he won, it was a fluke, or he didn't earn it, or he didn't deserve it. Because no, I earned it. I deserved it. I'm taking everything that this life has given me. It's like you said earlier, just relaxing, enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the ride, but I'm also putting in hard work. It is a mentality shift. I had that mentality, but now I'm like, this is where it revs up. This is where it goes into overdrive, and I'm ready for it.
So when it comes to the whole like mentality and kind of like when the mindset you get when you get into that ring, is there a
Mhm.
big difference when you're not in the ring with the person you are, kind of the persona that you take on when you get in the ring, or is it kind of the same thing?
Oh no, hell no, it's night and day. Like sometimes when I wrestle, I really don't even like. I look like okay, I'll wrestle and it'll come out. A lot of people I've met, they say they don't like watching themselves back. So when I watch myself back, to me that's like a person I've never seen before. If
Mm.
that makes sense. Like I don't watch myself like, oh shit, ooh, my bad. Can we cuss out here?
Oh, you're good, man. You're good.
My bad. Okay, cool, cool. I don't look at that and be like, oh shit, that's Luther. You know? So it's like a switch because like I'm nerve bro. I'm a nervous wreck. I keep it in. Like I'm nervous, but it's like last night, jitters, like crazy, bro. Butterflies, everything. As soon as that music hit, soon as my graphic, as soon as I heard the crowd pop, it was go time. Like Big Luther took over. It's like Bruce Banner and the Hulk. Like when the Hulk come out, it's business, it's go time. But when Bruce, huh? But
Yeah.
when he get mad and you see that shirt rip, oh yeah, it's over with. So
So
yeah,
like
that's how it is. Yeah.
So with that, is there like a way for you to get that switch on? Like for me, it's like I'll drink something and that's like my mind mentally like it's go
Mhm.
time. Is there something like that for you that's like that switch?
A little bit. I say yes and no. I'm saying, two things can be true. So yes, to get myself in the mode, I do listen to music. It's crazy. My playlist is crazy. But yes, I listen to music, I get myself in that mode, and then I'm still like the music helps calm me down a little bit. But Big Luther's music hit, it's over there.
Mm.
Like that's just it's switch. It's kind of, it's like we switching and he takes over, he's driving. I'm giving him the keys. I'm just sitting in the back along for the ride. So yeah, brother, like that's kind of like how I'm able to flip the switch. Music and just like hearing the crowd, feeling their energy coming out there. Everybody's doing this, everybody's chanting my name. Like, yeah, it's one of those things where that really does help me get in a mode and get in the mood and stuff like that. I just like Big Luther Drive.
So did it take a while for you to get into that persona where that switch was there? Like when you first started wrestling, was it kind of hard to find that persona?
It kind of was because, like you're nervous. There's one thing Booker would always say. He was like, bro, go have fun. Because I was always just, don't fuck up. Don't mess this up. Don't da
Mm,
da da da. But the thing is, like, even if you mess up, don't make it obvious that you've messed up, Because, like, last night, I messed up, but you can't tell that I messed up unless I go and say, hey, this happened here, but I did that and I got it back on track, you know?
yeah.
So, no, of course, at first, bro, like, I was just worried about hitting my spots. But it's one thing Booker first told me. He was like, you didn't look out of place. You didn't like you didn't belong. You executed and you did what I needed you to do. And that's what I've been trying to do ever since. So yeah, am I nervous, right? Yes. But do I keep it composed? Yeah. And then just working with certain people. I want to say my confidence really came. Shout out to Hank and Tank. Like they're really good dear friends to me. So like my very first match in the main roster was against Hank and Tank. So imagine being thrown in that situation and still being able to deliver. And I just kept in contact with them ever since then. And like I say, we talk pretty regularly. I talked to Tank last week, talked to Hank last week as well. So yeah, and then just being able to like wrestle them multiple times, it helps you really settle and get comfortable. So yeah.
Yeah, they always say the two biggest people for your career is the one that gets you in the business and the one that shows you how the business works.
Hmm.
Those are the two that you always want to keep around you because they really brought it to life.
No, facts, facts, facts. I totally agree.
So going with that, walk us through your first ever like match, like going into that moment. Cause I know you said you were nervous, but when
Yeah.
you're in the locker room and it's like this is about to happen, what was going on in your mind?
Oh shit. At that point, it was still don't mess up, It was really just like don't mess up. Like, I know I got this. Because our mentality was like, I worked so hard for this, I trained for this, and Booker wouldn't put me in a spot if he didn't think I could make it. So I just had to like put that into myself, bro. Like, you deserve the spot, you earned the spot. And that was just one of the things that kind of like helped me settle. I'm always like, oh shit, like calm, collected, stuff like that, give or take. But yeah, no, man, I just like usually what's going through my head is like don't mess up, like make sure you hit everything, don't mess up. And I guess like now I've learned to have fun with it versus doing it to not mess up versus doing it and having fun with it. So Booker really helped me remember to have fun. Ryan Davidson helped me remember to have fun. Hank and Tank, remember, have fun. So yeah, when I just got that ingrained, like Will All Day, have fun. Cam Cole, have fun. So when those guys would tell me, emphasize to me, bro, go have fun. That's when stuff turned around. I was okay, cool. I'm not as nervous anymore.
Yeah. So with that comes with the whole ideology that you go from surviving to thriving. And like how you said, you find the way to have fun. It's not worried about, oh, can I do this? Can I do this? It's about, I'm
Hmm.
already doing this, but how much more fun can I have and how much better can
Right,
I get?
right.
So with that, what is something about wrestling, the inside part of it that fans just don't understand?
I feel like I feel like fans don't quite particularly understand the intricacies of what we do because as a person who is a multi-sport athlete, wrestling is the funnest yet the most complicated thing I've ever done. Cause like you have to think about things, you have to put it in perspective. You have to also like you have to also have everything down, but also listen to the crowd. Like last night, me and Zilla, we like took that moment. We like let it breathe. We gave the people what they wanted, because we had to start swinging on each other. It would have just killed the energy. So we just listened to each other and we gave the people what they wanted last night. So yeah.
I know there's been some statements said about how wrestling is like the little girl sport and how like it's not the real deal like with football and all that, but it comes with
Okay.
the whole ego thing, like you want your sport to be the best and
hmm
you're gonna just throw whatever's out there. Did you ever play football? Was that like something you ever did in the past?
Yeah. I played football in junior high school. So, and like when I see that, or like when I hear that, it kind of annoys me because it's like, okay, yeah, with football, yeah, it is tough. It's a physical sport. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that wrestling isn't physical as well. It is very physical. Wrestling probably is one of the most physical sports I've ever done, you know?
Yeah.
So like when I hear that I get super annoyed because when I play football, yeah, you go a drive at a time. And in between plays, you can take up to like 20 seconds to rest, breathe, call another play. With wrestling, it's because
Yep.
I'm not even gonna try to talk stuff because I know football players who transition to wrestling and they love it more. But I don't really know. I feel like me personally, if I'm wrong, please let me know. But like, I don't feel like there's too many football players who can come and do like a 30-minute match or a 15-minute match or a 10-minute match. Cause it's different. Like being in regular shape and being in ring shape is a totally different animal. So when I hear that, I mean, I guess it's some ego into it. I think just because like, you get hit, there are really big hits and shit like that in football. But yeah, there are big hits in wrestling too. Like we get concussed just as easily, if not easier, as football players do, or like rugby players. So like I understand it. It's physical, it's a contact sport, but shit, what we do, like hell, like Jim Ross will always say, this ain't ballet. So
Mhm.
yeah, when I was a kid, I would just get annoyed, but to each his own, everybody got their opinion. So
So when it comes to injuries, have you ever had like just a bad injury in that ring?
knock on wood. But I have had one. So honestly, it was after me and Terrell Temple had the NXT title match. I ended up breaking my right thumb. So, and of course, I didn't let it set and heal properly. So yeah, my right thumb is still broken. So yeah, I'm
Mm.
dealing with this. It doesn't really give me any pain or anything like that. Like I kept it braced up when I wasn't wrestling. But other than that, like that's like a wrestling injury I've had and I'm still dealing with. But yeah, that's really it, honestly. Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood on that one. I have a question. Well, it's like kind of a question, but it's something I've been learning about. This is
Yeah.
like kind of a sidetrack thing here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'm still like young, but
Mhm.
it's getting to where I'm kind of starting to become out of the loop on like what is cool with the kids,
Mhm.
kiddos, you know? And I coach kids as like one of my jobs that I have.
Mhm.
And they always tell me about this look maxing thing that's going around. I don't know if you heard about this. Are you familiar with this?
Mm-mm.
So it's basically like people are committing their full time and like basically like everything they have into looking as attractive as possible, like with the peptides, surgeries. And I saw some stuff about how they're like getting stuff and like hitting their bones, like kind of restructure it. And I don't know, man. I've
Yeah.
been I've been looking at that. I wanted to ask you because you're like the first person I've talked to. So it's like I want to get your
Yeah,
opinion on look
I
maxing.
got you. Well, for me, I'm not gonna say anything stupid because we're all entitled to our opinion, you know? And if there is a person out there who's going through that and feel like they need to look away to be accepted, then I'm sorry that you have to feel that way. God put his paintbrush on you, and I understand there are things that we can do, but like the look a certain way, yeah, because I'm working on my body. I'm trying to get right. Like the better I look, the more eyes I get, and the better my chance of going to where I want to go. So like that part, yes. But I'm not gonna go get on like do all this other BS just to like appease some people look more attractive.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm a pretty handsome looking guy. I feel like I'm a pretty attractive guy. There are some women out there who are swooning over me, and there are some people who wouldn't even look my way. And you know what? That's cool. So I'm just not gonna what you call it, appearance farm. Don't do that just to like get somebody's attention. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm me. I'm me. I'm authentically me. Big body, little ears. So hey, that's how it is. So
Yeah.
but I just think that that's something that's always a little bit wild to me. But like I said, I can't. I'm not gonna judge anybody, because if that person feels like that's what they need to do, then I'm never gonna stop somebody from like progress if that's what they feel like they need to do. So yeah, it's a weird concept. I've never heard that before. So yeah.
Yeah. It's been going around, man. But it's one of the things. But last question here. It's a little double here.
Okay, okay.
What is the worst move you ever taken, and what is the worst move you ever given that you just didn't want to do it again?
The worst move I've taken. Damn. I wouldn't honestly, I haven't taken a move where I'm like, I would never take that again. I've haven't gotten that. Luckily, me being a big wrestler, I really like me being a wrestler and a big guy, like it's harder for people to get shit off on me that's like that. That's kind of like crazy. I would say that in the sense of like I got hit with a forearm like by Brick Savage, but that was on me. I didn't cover, and it whoom swallowed my shit for like 3 weeks. So, but that was on me. Now, have I taken forearms since then? Yeah. So I'll say that part is on me. So I'm not gonna be like, oh well, I'm not gonna take that again, or it hurts too much not to take. But a move that I've given that I haven't that I didn't enjoy, um, a splash, because that's how I ended up breaking my thumb. Instead of going like this, I went like this, and it went. So yeah, 340 pounds plus gravity. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't like completely snap. But yeah, no, so that's something that I literally haven't done again because of that. So
So actually, I have one more question. Now I
no,
was thinking about it and it came up to my head.
you
Closing
good, bro.
question. What is your advice to any big men that want to come into wrestling, but they may not feel the same confidence to play that role?
hmm I would have to say, for me personally, I know we all have different experiences. My advice would be is to, well, this is what I always tell people: find a reputable school. Cause like if you've never been to Vegas, how can I let you take me there if you've never been there yourself? So that was one thing that I learned, and like I can't say all of the people that I've been coached by school wise, they've been to the WWE or they've been to New Japan or they've been to TNA. So like they have a roadmap to get me where I'm trying to go. So that'd be the first piece of advice: is find somewhere like draw your goals, right? If you want to go to WWE, find you a place or find you a trainer who's been there. You know,
Mm.
find you like you want to go to TNA, find you a person who wrestles there who's wrestled there. You know, but going back to your original question about the confidence and stuff like that, to me, the confidence comes the more you put in work and the more reps you put in. So find some place, put in reps, put in work, and I promise you, the confidence is going to come. The swagger is gonna come, the charisma is gonna come, the personality is gonna shine through because like I can't go out there and do head a headbutt if I've never done it before. I'm not gonna be confident. But if I've done headbutts like 30 different times, then yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like if I go do Louisiana launch, I've done that. I've done that so good, like I can do that in my sleep, you know? So it's just about reps and getting better, try to be better, 1% better the next day than you were the day prior. So yeah, just build that confidence up because confidence is key. If you don't believe in yourself, how you gonna expect Booker T to believe in you? How you gonna expect Triple H to believe in you? Or how you gonna expect, anybody to believe in you if you don't build that confidence, believe in yourself first. So practice, get those reps in, build that confidence, believe in yourself, and work hard, and everything else will follow. Be coachable too. That's another thing. A lot of people aren't coachable because, how can I put you in this position if I can't trust you to do what's being asked? So that those are the three things that I can give, not just big guys, but just people who want to join or become a wrestler in general. So yeah,
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I know
worse.
we were able to get it happen, and I always am very appreciative for that, man. And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you,
And
brother.
yeah.
Burning memories till